And once
to
that goes live, I will go live on Insta. Okay, go live on this side.
How y'all doing?
I'm all
Man,
right,
we're
brother.
doing, brother.
All right, all right.
Old school Nick is back in the house. What's happening? Old school Nick.
Elijah Jackson, what's going on?
Okay, we are good on Insta. Insta is live, and then Marky Mark will jump in when he jumps in. So give it a few minutes to let the room warm up. Man, tiring day, bro.
Yes,
Puppy
sir.
drop offs all week puppy drop offs. So
What's going on, D? Buena Vista.
hella high, man. Hope
The hardest working man in show business.
Yes, sir. Hella high. Yes, sir. He puts in work.
Jungle Bully, what's up, Austin? How are you? Good evening to you.
I'm mad that you in the west side, man. I need that hot weather. I'm freezing.
Yeah, man. Oh, there he is. Speaking of.
TN Tribe Bullies, what's up?
And the gang is back. Starting tonight for your Chicago Bulls starting lineup.
Dun, 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 dun. Right. Oh, yeah, we do got to start the lineup. I just beat
that. You call yourself over there? What's going on, man?
I'm a baseball player. I'm used to seeing something, you know.
Midweek grind, boys. True man, real. What's up? You know who came by today was Charles Music.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he got his dog. Yep. Came and got that second pick mail off of Shaking for Tuna.
Okay, so that's Charles. Okay, yeah, I know. I saw the picture.
Somebody's got some bad feedback.
Oh, was that me?
Yeah, it's rattling when you hit that mic.
Yeah, Marky Mark got that bad feedback.
So all that high tech gear he got over there.
He went high tech with the laptop and the monitor.
My wire management is terrible right now.
You gotta get a diffuser, bro. Okay, there you go. You're better.
Better, yeah. It was rubbing up against my computer.
Oh man, Sumo family, what's up, guys? Man, it's midweek. It's January. It's cold. It is cold, man. Got a nice topic though tonight.
Indeed, we do.
So tonight, I mean, we're not going to try to eat this whole pie tonight. We're gonna break this thing apart section by section. Ish's topic tonight, which is very ambitious, is pairing of phenotypes, and how that's relevant when you are making selections within your program. If you are breeding, if you have a female, then you're making the right selection of male. If you have a male on your yard or multiple males on your yard that you're trying to take to one of your females, it's a lifelong question that everyone asks, and even when you got it figured out, you still geek out about it. Stud selection. I mean, you can sit here and lock in 3, 4, 5, 10 studs, and then you wake up the next day and be like, "Oh, I like this other stud I just saw." Ish knows that because he's talking studs all the time.
I mean,
so this is a very ambitious topic that I don't think we can cover. Well, no, I know we can't cover this in one episode. However, to kind of unpack the topic, generally speaking, and there's no right or wrong. You have a dog that you have in your mind. You have dogs that you see that you like. Then you have a dog that, as a creative, as a breeder, that you're trying to bring to life, right? Without a visionary, there is no Mickey Mouse, there is no Bugs Bunny, there is no Roger Rabbit, or all these things, right? It's came out of somebody's mind, and was manifested. And so the question that the topic that Ish is bringing up is exactly that. Is because as breeders, I mean, we all have different visions of what we're trying to do, and that's why I say I'm a fan of a lot of people who breed. Just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean I can't appreciate somebody's work. And typically speaking, is that if you are dealing with somebody who is not a fan of anybody else and can't give anyone else no flowers, you probably don't want to talk to that person. That's probably as narcissistic as they come. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like the person, but you got to respect the dog. So with that said, we're going to unpack this topic, and I'm going to hand it over to Ish, the floor to Ish. But basically, in order to unpack the proper pairing, we first have to unpack where it starts. And where it starts is how the dog looks. Because it's not like you walk around and every dog has their pedigree tattooed on their arm, right? It's not like, oh, that's let me see, what is that? It doesn't work that way. You see a dog and it catches your attention for whatever reason that may be. And then from there, you're like, oh, who's that dog off of? And then you kind of figure out the dog's line bred, scatterbred, outcrossed, whatever the case may be. Then you start digging deeper into what's behind the dog and the breeder. But initially speaking, for everybody, and whether you agree or disagree, is something a dog is going to catch your eye, whether you see it in person or you see it online. From there, that's where the inquiry starts. And does it fit your vision to make what you're trying to make? So with that said, I'm going to hand Ish the floor because this is his topic. Without further ado, Sumo Ish, take it away.
What's going on, guys? Thank you, Earl. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sumo Ish. I run Sumo Billy Kennels Tri-State out of New Jersey. And my topic tonight is Pheno. You know, what you look for, what's your type, what's your end goal, what's your starting goal, and I know me personally, like Earl said, everyone has their own visual goal or their type they want to bring in their line or their yard, but I have a specific look in my brain all the time, so I know what I like, what might not be what you like. So saying that is, let's start off with structure. What do you guys look in for structure? You guys can start off with any part of the body you want to start off with. Me, I personally look for H-frame. That's very important for me.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's rate it like this in order. Let's go from the head to the front assembly, the rear, the top line, the back and top line. So that's 4. And then the overall packaging of the dog. Mm-hmm. Right? So with that said, since it's your topic, we're going to go on a rating system of 1 through 5. Go ahead and pass the buck to somebody and let them rate it. Ish.
All right. Let's start with Bradley.
Damn.
It put me on the spot, didn't you? No, it's all good. So I guess for myself, it's usually looking, you know, what pops out first, which is the front, the head, chest. I know we're rating them there. However, the back line is super critical, right? If it don't got the back line, it's going to offer all kind of other issues and everything else with it as well. So it's tough. It's got to, I don't know, to rate it 1 through 5 is that's a struggle, because it really needs all, right? I mean, if there's something that probably could go, I don't know. It's tough. What do you guys think? Because that's tough on me. I ain't joking. It needs it all, right?
Bama said I ain't answering that.
I'll throw you a lifeline, Bradley. I mean,
come on with it.
What you said, like, it's true. Like, I couldn't really do without any of it. I guess if one was the last,
You got to rate it though. You got to go 1 through 5.
Okay, I'll start at number 5. Probably.
So from the get go, the headpiece has got to
The
be.
head. The
It's
head.
got to be. It's got to be it.
The
So
head would be
the
5.
head is your number 1 then. Is that what you're saying?
Just the last. The last. The head.
least
would be last.
important
What
thing
it can
to
do
you.
without.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're talking, if we're starting out, right?
Yeah, so we're rating these attributes by parts of the dog, and you got to pick your 1 most important, 2nd most important. You're building a stud, basically,
Building a stud.
or a dog.
Okay, so well, hold on. So now
How
we're
much? How
building
much we
a
pay? How
stud.
much we paying for that stud first? That's another
You know what I'm saying?
conversation, right?
Listen, you picked
That's
a
a
hot one.
side question to
A
that.
stud is a complete package. A stud has to be the complete package. So, a stud has to be a complete package, man. I can't.
Okay, let's reset the question. How about
Yeah, let's reset.
Hold on, wait, before you do that, I think if you're gonna do it like that, I think you should take out overall stature and just leave head, top line, back, and back, rear legs, and like front. Because if you say overall stature, it's like that's like cheating. Like we can say, I mean, that's the overall dog. That's gonna be number 1. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Like you know what I mean? So if you just kept the 4 head, top line, back, legs,
4? Let's go.
yeah, in front. Shoot, I'll say head first, front second, back legs, and like rear 3, top line 4. And the reason why I had that order is because when I see the head, it's got to be 1A, 1B. But you said I had to rank it 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm saying like 1 for the head, 2 because that's all in the front. And then if you got a good rear and a good front, then you're gonna get that top line. At the end of the day, I feel like it's going to even itself out if you have a good front, getting a good rear. So that's why I did 1, 2 through 4 like that. I do like headpieces now more so than like I have in the past because a lot of the dogs I have bred and I've had in the beginning of my journey as a dog man is like I've always had like those like smaller like terrier size heads. But like now moving on and moving up and getting different dogs, especially Akaza and everything like from the champ litter. Like that head balances out everything too. Like it really does. It makes them look complete. I like that. I like that look. You
are from the east side, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
To the east side.
Yeah. I really didn't understand how much a headpiece, like how much I really appreciate it until I really started breeding like better quality dogs to the dogs that I already had. So like the headpiece would be my most important. And then Earl showed me these dogs with these like clean top lines that he has over here at Sumo, and that just changed everything for me. And then I really started looking like, dang, like these dogs have high rears, or what I'm saying, or like I started paying attention to all that. So to be honest, it goes hand in hand. But that's my order for real.
Yeah.
Shoot, somebody go. Let's go.
I'll just go and keep it clean. I'm gonna go chest, rear, and I agree with Marky. If you got the chest and the rear are tight, it takes care of my top line. So, and then that's for me, it's still gonna be the head last. Don't want to put it last, but it is.
Yeah, well, me personally, the chest and H-frame look, I always go for that automatically first. That's the first thing I look. Because I like I said before in the past, I bred pockets and most of them are super barrel. So I look for the chest and H-frame, then the top line second, then my third would be the head, then the rear. Because I say that the spread in the H-frame with the chest with the top line being nice and straight. You'll notice if your dog head is tiny from just that alone, if you got correction. So that's why I said if you got the H-frame, the top line, and then the head, then I worry about the rear last. That's what I would say.
Bradley?
I kind of agree with Ish there, just because you guys gonna have some pretty dogs from the front. the back, but you look at it the side, and it's gonna have a big old hump. You're right. I mean, we can't just say just because the front and the back's right that it's gonna have that flat back, right? And I think that flat back is critical, to not just the look, but the health of the dog, right? I mean, I've had some before that weren't so good, and they really struggle, right? It puts a lot of pressure on their fronts, puts additional pressure places that they really struggle, right? So I would say the chest, the H frame, then I would go flat. Then I would probably go head third and rear fourth.
Fair enough. Okay, should I throw my hat in the ring?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
All right. First and foremost, guys, number one for me, non-negotiable, head. We breed big head dogs here. That's it. Tiny heads, pigeon heads, giraffe heads, Dorito heads. Nope. Sorry. I can't. Well, a small head is a dominant trait.
Yes.
And so when you're in stud selection and female selection, if you don't have that noggin you're looking for, that's, to me, it's off the table for me. I don't care about the rest of the dog. The dog starts at the face, the head size, the masseters, the forehead. So even just the head, right? You're talking about a lot of moving parts. This is why I said this is such a big topic. Because if you just take the head, what's more important to you? The jowls, the masseters, the forehead, the snout length, you know what I mean? The extra skin by the eyes or the droopy skin underneath the turkey chin. Mm-hmm. There's so much that goes into the head that's even a topic in itself. But if we're going generalization, number one to me is the head. Can't get around that. Number two for me is the front. No spread, no go. No head, no spread, no go. I could fix a weak rear. I could fix a wonky or not so perfect back. But number three for me is I'm going rear and before I go back to the top line, right? And so for me, a dog with a small head and no chest, this is basically the shoulders are almost touching. That to me, that's a greyhound. That's not a bully, right? And so those are my top fours. Obviously, when I choose a stud, the head is not negotiable. Small head, no go. There's nothing to talk about. Past that, it's what balances my girl to that stud. For example, right? And I'll use a live example. I took Big Boss, Grand Champion Big Boss, right? Killer rear, right? Super thick, giant head, 29.5-inch head. Thick, 32-inch neck, right? Nice spread, but his feet are not clean, not super clean. He doesn't have cat feet, right? But my girl has super clean cat feet, which is going to fix that in theory, right? And Poodle's got that tabletop line, right? She got a decent rear, but she doesn't got an ass like Big Boss. And so both the two dogs offset each other. And what do you get? You get the champ litter. Look at Akaza. You know what I mean? Look at Iron Mike. Look at look at all of them really. Point to one that's you know what I mean? All of them, none of them got a wonky top line.
Not at all.
All of them got a nice spread like this, right? All of them got big ass heads. And so, is it possible that I'm right for the whole litter? Can I possibly have just done a breeding and got completely lucky and all the dogs look that way? 100% pure luck, right? Like I should play the lottery tomorrow. I mean, you speak on it, John. You got a girl and a boyfriend. You got Big George and Chrissy Martin.
Oh, you saying do I think it's luck?
No, but I'm saying look at your dogs that you got from me from the champion.
Yeah. Nah, I mean
have spread.
No, we got spread, we got top line, we got rear.
Front.
I mean, and
rear?
we got the head pieces. So, hey,
how about the top line?
No, I said we got top
That's
line.
what I'm saying. Like, look at
I showed the top line on Instagram of the both of them. So we good.
Law too. That was just here a few weeks ago.
That was
Law's two girls are tough, man.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. And those,
Short backs, too.
man, yeah, absolutely.
You know
Short
what I mean?
backs. Yeah, there we go. Somebody put on Insta short backs. I mean, like I said, when we first discussed that breeding, Earl, what was one of the things I told you? I said, hey man, I know what you're doing. I said, I know what you're doing. I said, I'm on board with that. I know exactly what you're doing. I know exactly.
You wasn't even looking for a male at that time. Ended up getting a male.
Yeah, I wasn't. I had no idea at first.
You
I was
did?
like,
I did.
yeah, because the way I came into it, I was like, look, I'm all in for like the 2 females for sure. But then that's when Earl called me. He had to educate me because I and like I didn't know like about like taking a pocket to an XL. Like I never heard that. Like he had to educate
It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I had no idea.
That's what they say.
Yeah, so he schooled me on that, and then it ended up like I ended up like talking to other people about it too. They're like, no, that's a good thing too. So like other people were also like validating that without me even saying anything. So of course I trusted Earl's vision, and like it unfolded just the way like I would have wanted it to. Like if I already knew this ahead of time, it would have been no question. But Earl really had to like get me right for like a good like 2 weeks before I could commit to it. And then I just locked in. And I was like, look, man, I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna see what happens.
You're only at 6 months.
Yeah.
Look at how that dog looks at 6 months, bro.
Yeah.
Technically he's supposed to be lanky right now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, ain't no lanky in them dogs.
Yeah,
not one of them. Not one of them.
Dude, that little short video you did with that reel, that was so tough, bro.
With which one? Oh, the snow? The one in the snow? Oh, the one on the hill.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, man.
I think the thing with him is he's like he's just so patient with me. Like he doesn't he's not squirmy. He's not like, oh yeah. I'm excited. Like he stands still and he's comfortable. Like you know what I'm saying? So like and like his body, like I couldn't tell you an unproportionate side of him. Like I don't know what side of him is unproportionate to like his body. Like you said, there's no length of age. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're gonna show it in the ring, though. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ain't no
all this is like, if you're listening to this, it sounds like, oh yeah, you're in the same camp. Of course, you're gonna hype it up. I'll tell you what, we're gonna show it in the ring.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna show it in person. We're gonna show it on video. We're gonna show it in the ring. We're not hiding behind our fences and our yards. These dogs were meant and bred to go to the show ring and compete. That's my vision, and everybody on this team supports that, and that's what I love about the squad right here, because we're going to embody that vision.
Yep.
So, anyhow, I'll let you roll out your face too, Ish. We got a little carried away on that one, just because you have to not talk about in theory, but also do it in what you produce, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see like exactly what you're talking about. It's everyone talks about they love a short back, but XLs are not known for their short backs. Point an XL with a short back to me. I'm going to tell you 95% of them don't.
Yeah, a lot of them don't.
You know what I mean? So it sounds good. It's a feel-good thing to say. Yeah, I want short back dog, bro. That not what you got. You got a bust, bro. Like, stop it. Cut that out. But go ahead, Ish. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. So, while since we said the top 4 now, it was top 4. Yeah. So when you have that in mind, then when you have a just say a female at home, what are you looking for to fix or correct on your female now? Then after you have your top 4, you want a big head, right? We said big head, front, top line, then rear. So that's what you're looking for. Your female don't have a big head or top line. So what you look for, and then what type of male you're looking for?
No, that can't happen. A female with a small head and a bad top line got to go.
Can't breed her.
Not in my camp. Not happening. You can't have 2 majors. You can have a decent spread with a 5 or 10 degree open. I'm okay with that, right? As long as you got the spread, but you can't be narrow chested and pigeon, like, you know what I mean? Like duck.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a narrow set, narrow shoulders, and you are duck footed, that's a no for me. Not going to happen.
So you don't even breed her at all?
No, that's too much for me to fix, and I would not want to give somebody a maybe on that. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir.
mean,
Okay,
go
if a
ahead.
girl has clean feet, right, and she's not that wide, okay, I could deal with it.
Yep.
But I can't have a narrow chest and duck-footed.
Yeah.
That's a double whammy on the front end. Just
So
like
no study could fix that then.
no, you can, but I'm not willing to wait 4 generations.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to be a few generations to fix.
You
That's
can't
why I
have a
can't.
small head and a long snout, bro.
That's the point
You
of
have
little
a
pro
big head
foundation.
and a snout. You know what I mean? You can't have a double. See what I'm saying? Like this topic is so broad because you can't have a small head and a long snout. You got to have a big head and medium snout. You see what I'm saying? Like there's so many moving parts in this topic that that's why I told you, man, you guys just keep picking these monster topics, man. But I love it though. I'm for it. So, for me, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then that's just, I could score the head 5 ways: the bite, the forehead, the jaws, the snout length. You see what I'm saying? The skin on the face, the feet, the front assembly. I could judge that by the chest width, the shoulder, the feet, the pasterns. Same thing with the rear, right? There's 3 or 4 points per each category that we could just sit here and talk about the head for a whole hour and a half. Because there's so many, like I could show you 3, 4 different examples of just different face types that I like or that I would use. So, I like that we're starting from a broader topic and then we can really laser in on, those specific things. So when I'm looking at it, I'm breaking it down per category, if that makes sense. So go ahead with your point.
No, I just wanted to know that are you in your yard breeding that type of female? Are you trying to correct it? Because there's people out here that are doing that.
Well, okay, pause right there. So even that question's loaded, right? Because if you're breeding for competition, that's one thing. If you're breeding for brood stock, that's another. And if you're breeding for temperament and pet home, that's another, right? So depends. You got, the standard of a comp breeder is not the same standard as a pet home breeder.
Yeah.
Right. He just wants a good tempered dog, balanced dog, good personality, non-aggressive, non-human, non-animal aggressive. So everything has its place depending on where you put it. You see what I'm saying? So if you have, you're breeding towards a market for, pet home, $1,500 to $3,000, right? These people aren't going to show they're not breeding dogs. They want a good family pet with a balanced temperament. That's perfect. You don't have to have a 50-inch head in a 150-foot spread. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not, they don't care about that. They want a good, happy dog that's going to be good to their kids. And so every application is correct depending on your business model. So who are you as a breeder, right? I know who I am. So when you're breeding a certain way, it's not to put down your breeding. I'll never sit here and talk bad about what anybody else is doing, right? Because whatever it is for you, whatever your purpose is, and if you're doing the things right and taking care of people, then you're doing the right thing. All I'm saying is you got to know your lane. You know what I mean? And what you're breeding for. And so for me, I'm hyper competitive. You know what I mean? We can sit here and stack off at a fun show and talk about, oh, my dog's better than yours. But until there's a point system to it, I don't want to hear it. It's just your opinion versus mine, right? It's like saying I could spit farther than you, depending on what day, right? Let another judge judge it to me. I'm breeding for the show. I'm breeding for a titled dog, champion dogs. That's my vision. So now, if I was just breeding to sell dogs to families for $1,500 to $3,000, that's lucrative, right? Because you just want to, bring joy to families. Puppies bring joy to families, great. But that's not me. That's not my vision. And so I'm not going to crap on a guy that has that vision. In fact, I'm going to support a guy like that. Cool. That's you. Do you. Do it ethically. Do health testing. Do temperament testing, right? But it's not for me to judge what that person's doing, especially if he's financing his own project, right? That's why I don't care for all the fanfare and everybody got an opinion of what everybody else is doing. Because unless you're financing it, You need a STFU, right? I'm just saying. It's just like when somebody asks me, like, "Hey, what do you think of my dog?" I don't. Who did you buy it from, and what were they breeding for, and why did you buy it? And so why would you ask me? It's unfair for you to ask me that question. It has nothing to do with me, and I would never sit there and pass judgment on why you bought it or who bred the dog, right? Because it doesn't make I'm out of line because I don't understand either position. So once I understand what you're doing and what that breeder's doing, and I still don't have the right to say something because it's none of my business, to be honest. The problem is everyone's got something to say about something, and they're not looking at the whole picture of what that person's doing. That's why for Sumo, we stay in our lane. We're breeding for what? Competition.
Yes, sir.
Right? Cool. That's what we're doing here. Top of the top of the top of the top. We're not here hype breeding. I don't care who you got it from. I don't care if it's 10 times Godzilla. Put it in the ring. It may be 10 times Godzilla, and it may win. Good for you. You're going to have to show me.
We got some good questions in Insta, y'all.
Oh, man, listen, man.
That's
what I'm saying, Ish, man. You open, man. You're going to get me fired up on this topic.
I need to hear these things,
I'm just saying. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong, dude. If you treat the dogs well and you treat your people well and you treat your customers well, you're good in my book.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you feed raw kibble, bad children, gunpowder.
So this is a good question right here, y'all. When would you know that this dog can't be used? And then they say a question for your whole team. That's Poppy's kennel. Poppy.
What's up, Chris? Good evening to you, brother. When would I know? I know depending on what my goal is, what my vision is. So if I don't look at the pedigree, I just look at the dog. Yep. I give it a nod, or you know what I mean, or I don't.
You're saying when? So
for an XL, typically 18 months to 24 months, you'll know.
Yes.
1 year's too early. Because if you look at Katana, she looked ugly when she was younger. And then she filled in, right? It's like you got to give the dog time to mature depending on the bloodline. Understand your bloodline, research your bloodline so you know what you're dealing with. Yeah. Some dogs mature quicker. Some dogs are late maturing, right? Like that ugly duckling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say the same thing. I would wait from 18 to 24 months.
Yeah.
That's when I'll know if she's usable or not usable.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure, man. And shouts out to Poppy's Chris, man. He's got some nice girls over there, very nice girls. Two slightly different phenotypes, but he's got some nice girls over there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's a valid question for everybody. I think that's a question that brings value and a lot of awareness, to what everyone here is doing, on whether you're on Insta or you're on YouTube.
Got to let it go.
What else we got out there? My Instagram circling. What's happening?
So, I mean, okay, well, to answer Poppy, to close out his question do you guys agree with what I said?
Yeah,
of course.
I'm about 18 to 2. Yeah, it's a commitment, 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years tops, though.
Yeah, tops, 2 years. Tops.
But in terms of like, one thing is to determine, if, for whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? And there's nothing wrong with pet home dogs, dude.
Yeah. No.
There was absolutely nothing wrong with them. Listen, man, I see a dog, the dog's happy and healthy, and the owners love it. Man, that's a win-win.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit there like, oh, that dog, he's kind of narrow. And like, dude, the person's a homeowner, dude. She's not even competing. Calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? That would like be judging me against a bodybuilder. I'm like, bro, you kind of old, you kind of chubby. Like, it's not.
Mm-hmm. So saying that is then when you have your correct female at home, right? Let's say we all have a correct female at home. What you're looking at next then? Are you looking at genetics? Are you looking at tight line? or outcross?
I like where you're going, but I think we're not past the Pheno yet.
Okay.
To be honest with you, in terms of the breed. Okay, so the point being is that let's just set the plate correctly. If we're all at a bar,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out as boys, right? Girl walks by, Ish turns his head. Another girl walks by, Marky turns his head. Right? It's all what catches your eye. And it's not like you're looking at that girl like, well, how many litters have you had? What have you produced? You know what I mean? You're not like asking a girl like, well, let me see your offspring, bro. But what are you throwing?
Yes.
You're throwing that big head and them big hips? Like, it's not like you're, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in essence, it's like, that's why I say Pheno's so important, even though everyone wants to overcomplicate it by talking about the Geno. The reality is if we're somewhere, something's going to catch John's eye. Same thing for me. I look at that, okay, what is that, right? And as breeders, that's when it changes. Once it catches our eye, then I'm like, okay, what is it throwing? Where did it come from? Is it similar to everything that came from over there? That's when we start putting a value to it, right? Like, okay, what is the value of this thing? And, that's a later topic of the value, but the point of the Pheno being, you can't look at it. I'm not even looking at a pedigree if your dog doesn't look the way I like it to look, right? Would you guys agree to that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. So if we all like the way something looks based on our criterias, right, and attributes that we're looking for, then we start looking at the genotype. And
Right.
so,
You're saying the phenotype opens the door, basically.
correct.
Yeah.
So without having a clear-cut vision of what your phenotype is, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to take it to Marky because Marky's going to fix those feet, right? Okay, well, how many feet has Marky fixed? None. And how many feet has his dad fixed? None. Okay, well, then we're kind of hoping, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it goes, the question starts going down a rabbit hole. But for me, the phenotype, number one, is you got to understand what your criteria is and what your non-negotiables are. For me, you can fix a bite quick. You can fix, I'll tell you what throws hard. Small heads and Eastie Westies.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to just completely get that out of there. Not in one generation. If of 8 puppies, I would say you're going to get 4. That's you can clear the bite fast. You can adjust the bite quick because there's so many breeds involved in our dog that you're going to have, and it grows so fast that you're going to have a little bit of bite issues. But in terms of that Eastie Westie, man, if I see a dog with, you know what I mean, like what I call a 330 and a 930, no. There's a certain degrees that I'm not going past.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Is it a 5-degree open, 10-degree open, 15-degree open? That's how detailed you got to be when you're looking at something. And it's different when you stack a dog, it looks a certain way versus how it's just normally walking.
Mm-hmm.
So phenotypically, man, okay, so let me reverse engineer your question. Of the studs you see out there, what's the most common attributes?
What do I look for, or what do I see?
What do you see?
A lot of long dogs.
Okay, next, give me one. Bama.
Hello.
Talking to me, or I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So of the studs out there, what do you see? Is that what you're asking? That's the
Yeah,
question?
the most common thing you see. Ears said long backs. Cool. Yep, agree.
A lot of good heads, big heads.
All right, John.
What I've
XL. Let me
seen,
be specific. XLs.
XLs, leggy.
Leggy. Okay. Marky.
I was gonna say, kind of like weak rears,
100%.
Yeah,
Love
I
that.
see weak rears like a lot. So yeah,
100%. So with weak rears, there's a lot of American blood that has big up front, good shoulders, good spread, big heads. Right? Where are they lacking? Rears.
the back. Yep.
So if you look at it, what is the value of the Brazilian dogs? It's the rears. The rear angulations are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Striation, muscle, more functional. And so for me, understanding that if I have a female that's if I scored a rear at a 6, I'm looking for a male with an 8 or 9. If I got a female with a rear of an 8, that's maybe lacking a width up front, then I'm looking for a male that's okay, maybe a 6 on a rear, but a 9 up front. Right? It's learning how to pair things, right? Which is what we're trying to go through besides phenotype, because the reality is with pedigrees now, it's easy to line breed and get all geeky about pedigrees, but the reality is back in the day, there were no written pedigrees. Whether you bred goats, chickens, dogs, pigs, birds, pigeons, you know what I mean? No, you're breeding for an attribute or a characteristic. So I'm not new to breeding. I'm new to the XL lane.
Yes.
But I grew up on a farm breeding.
Same here.
And so that's the difference. It's understanding what we're breeding for. And so, like, kind of digging into that pheno. Okay, look, I'm going to make this as simple as everyone can understand it, right? On both sides of Insta and YouTube. You go to the show, right? The judge looks at what? The pedigree?
Yeah.
No.
The judge is like, okay, let me see the pedigree of the dog.
No.
No, not at all.
The judge looks at the phenotype of the dog, right?
So
Yes.
yeah.
It's the dog that best represents the breed standard, phenotypically, not genotypically.
Yeah.
So everyone here that's got the pedigree geeks in here, that's cool, bro. Tell you what, pull up to the show and bring your pedigree. Pull your pedigree out and show it to the judge and see if he cares. Like, am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Okay, so if somebody on either side of, correct me if I'm lying. If you're a judge and you're right here, tell me. So you can pull up to the thing. He's like, hey, man, I should win. My thing is 3 times Godzilla. Man, if you don't get your ass up out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's facts.
And so what we want to talk about is truths, right? Mm-hmm. And the biggest issue in our community is the lack of acknowledgement. Nobody can walk in there right now. Nobody with no pedigree or nothing can walk in there and beat me and my dog, right? Because the judge is not looking at the pedigree, looking at the phenotype. Now, another thing is, why do we study the pedigree? Is if the dog can throw it. Right? But initially, it doesn't matter. I'm not even picking your stud if it looked trashy. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't meet my criteria. And I'm sorry to hijack your topic, but go ahead, Ish. I'm sorry.
No. All right, so piggybacking off of that, so when you're literally looking at the judge, pheno judging it by what it's look, what's most important to you guys then? Besides the head, because we made that very clear, the head is mandatory. So what's the next thing you look for? The trout, the walk,
Front.
Yeah,
I need that H front. I need that. Need that H front.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
So I know we were working through your. That's what I'm saying last week when you picked this topic, and I'm like, man, God bless your soul. Like Marky picked Raw. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is Bradley's topic is not any better than you two guys. Like you think, man, like you guys are just picking whoppers. Like, oh my goodness, man. We're at an
Well-
all-you-can-eat buffet, and I'm tapped out. Like, are you serious right now? You want to do that whole topic?
Yeah.
Oh, cow, man, y'all wild boys.
Well,
Go
Pheno.
ahead,
Well,
Ish.
yeah, well, me Pheno, hunting like that. If we're sticking to the Pheno type.
I pick my wife from phenotype.
Well, listen, me too.
There you go. I'm just saying.
So by sticking to that, I'm looking for short back.
Okay.
I want my height to be around 22 inches, like
Okay.
literally not even at the 22 inches. And the front, I'm a front, and then I worry about the head. But I know you said mandatory head, but other than that, my Pheno look when I'm looking at dogs, I want to see how they move to see if they got a nice trout, and of course the short back. That's what attracts me the most, because since I jumped in the XL world, I want to build a more pocket style XL, and it can be done. The champ litter is the proof. So that's what's most important to me.
Champion litter is step one.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to interrupt you real quick, right?
Mhm.
Your topic was how, selection of pairings, right?
Mhm.
We can't even get into selection of pairings until we establish a foundation of what we're trying to do. That's why I'm saying everyone has. Okay, I'm going to simplify this. I'm going to go with Marky. Tell me the dog you're going to create. Height, color, weight, the whole nine. Break it down for me.
Damn. I think height for me, I definitely like if it can be short or like a little bit like between like short and long. I definitely don't want a longer style dog, height wise. But with that being said, I want it to be proportionate. I want the body size to be proportionate because, I mean, would you say like for instance, like Earl, would you say how would you say Katana's height is if I asked you that?
Katana is 21 and a half.
Right. So would you categorize that as short, long, like
for a female? That's just for an XL. That's just right.
yeah, it's just right.
Oh.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I mean. Like I'm cool with the short to the just right. Whatever that just right is, I want to create that. I definitely want the headpiece to be fire. When it comes to like color, I'm not picky because I know like a good female, she can, throw, any type of color I want, take her to the right stud and everything like that. I can get the color. You know what I mean?
That's what they say in Atlanta.
You said what? You crazy. And then I mean, shoot, I'll even go as far as obviously temperament. I want to keep the temperament right. You know what I'm saying? I want a dog that has a good temperament too. So I mean, that's what I'm looking to keep creating because people like want these big dogs that look like monsters, but I want these big dogs that look like monsters, but they're also as sweet as can be. So for me, like temperament for sure. I'm trying to build the best temperament as well. And then like I said, that H frame is important to me. I need that H frame. I don't need the legs looking all bow-legged and crazy and like one, sticking out. I want that frame to be looking good. Like whether they're gonna, stack that dog up or just that dog's just gonna free stack and just walk around with a clean, body type. So yeah, that's
So
what
I'm
I want to create.
kind of right on the other end of that. I want within the standards, but I want the bigger size, right? I want the little bigger head, chest, proportions still right, but
Yeah.
I'm on the XL, not a standard or a pocket, right? So that's just my opinion. That's what I'm looking for, what I'm going after. I agree. Color really don't matter. I say it does to an extent, but I'm more, 22 is fine. Don't want to go much more than that, but still I'm looking for the H frame, thick chest, thick rear, right? Short back, but still on the bigger side of the XL.
I'm going to pause you right there, Bradley, and play devil's advocate for
Okay.
Instagram and YouTube. So now, I would say to you, right? You said the big heads and more extreme look, right? You can't get that from small head dogs.
Agreed.
That's why, you know what I mean?
Correct.
That's all I'm trying to say. Go ahead. Proceed.
No, that was it. Just see, like Ish and Marky are kind of on the smaller, or I guess the more smaller.
Well, there's different trends in our industry. So before
Correct.
John's next, right?
Yes.
Okay. So before we go into it, there is a movement that is more towards a bullier dog, shorter in stature, wider, more compact, shorter back, which limits shorter back limits the movement. You know what I mean? Like if I slap you in the back of your ear and you got a short back, you can't just turn around and you're like, you see what I'm saying? You're like He-Man now. You got to just be like. And so depending on what you are breeding for, and that's what I'm saying. It's we got to be so goal specific. And then what our selection is, does it match our vision? Otherwise, you're spending 1, 2, 3 years chasing hype dogs and you're not getting closer to your goal, right? And so go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
So repeat the question again, just for context.
What are you when you're looking for your phenotype? What's your actual goals? What's your
Yeah, what type of dog you trying to build?
what you're trying to build for your vision?
The standard, XL, the standard.
Okay.
So whatever falls in that category, whether the male is 22, 21, whether the female is 19, 20, he or she has to fit the standard for show quality dog. That's what I'm breeding for.
Okay. You want to go or you want me to go, Ish?
You could go.
Okay. So for me specifically, the dog I don't have that I'm trying to build, 30-inch plus head. I'm looking for a 32 plus inch neck. I want a dog that has like no neck, all traps, right? So those are two measurements. Now, to the withers, I'm looking at 22, 21, right? But I also measure the length of the back from the withers to the tailbone. I want the dog as tall as it is long. That's not a measure that people take, right? Because they don't have short back dogs is the reality. So however tall that dog is to the withers, I want the same ratio of back, which means the dog I'm trying to create is not going to be able to do a 90-degree turn. It's going to have to do a 135-degree turn, right? And that's physics, right? I played football. I've been 220 pounds. I've been 170 pounds. When I'm 220, I can go forward strong, but I can't turn left fast or right fast. Understanding that there's limitations with body types. And so for me, it's in terms of how are we judged right in the ring? It's by female type. So if my dog's 22, I need that back to be from the withers to the where the tail begins, 22 or less. So now I'm getting super, super detailed about what I'm looking for, right? And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's not enough to say I want to make some cool dogs. No. And so, like the champ litters, one generation of the correction that we need, right? Because now the males here are around for another 5-6 years to correct that, to shorten backs. Because I promise you, I'll measure Iron Mike. His width and his height and his back length and his neck, dude, it's going to ruin your life at 6 months, right? And for those of you guys who've been breeding a gabillion years and your stuff is 10 times whatever, yeah, that's cute. That's cute because you're not a real breeder to me, right? I grew up on a farm. Like everything is measured and dialed in. It's more than just what you feel it is and what you say it is. you know. And so the thing is, we have a lot of people who haven't bred or produced anything that have comments, right? The reality is when you start breeding, you know what you want, but sometimes it doesn't go the way you want, right? So that's cute in theory. You know, you can talk a good game about what you should build and what you should use. Well, okay, well, show me one generation, show me two generations, show me a production, right? But that's what I'm saying about the toxicity of this community is that we're so quick to judge each other. You haven't produced none, you haven't sold none. You talking a lot, you talking big, you know, you talking about big boy stuff, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I got receipts, my boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. If I haven't done it, I'm telling you what I'm trying to get to, but I haven't done it. Right? And so it's to take a position of ethicality and honesty is not popular, man. And so when I say like the dog I want a 2-finger muzzle, which means that dog is
Yep.
that dog's gonna sound like that.
Yeah.
Especially at 135 pounds.
Mhm.
I want a 2-finger muzzle. Yeah, absolutely. I want a 30+ inch head. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want the dog's head to be bigger than it is tall to the withers. I
Right.
want the withers to equal the chest spread shoulder to shoulder and withers to tail. That's how specific I'm being with what I'm measuring and what I'm measuring off a girl or a boy. And so it's not enough to say that we want to produce a good dog. Everyone says that. Who wants to produce a trash dog? Nobody, right? But how committed are you to your vision to really execute?
I think here's the key too. Throughout that process, knowing that it's not an overnight process, you're still producing champion dogs through that process as well. You're still producing standards to that process through that process, and that's what's key to me, right? You're still producing the right type of dog, getting to your end goal, and that's what's rare through it.
Unfortunately, Bradley, everyone has an opinion, right? You talk to one person, you talk to one breeder, you talk to one guy, everybody's an expert, right? It's like, cool. How long you been doing this? Oh, I've been doing this 30 years. I'm that cool. You should by now you should have figured it out. Show me that.
Yep.
Since you want to call me new school and I'm a new breeder, I'm a new breeder in this lane. I'm not a new breeder by breeding.
Right.
Right. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, guys, we got to be able to see past the facade and the proof. Are you really, like people say, I'm better than the breed. What have you done? If you've been in this game 20 years, what have you done?
Right.
Have you raised the level of awareness? Have you raised the bar for breeders? Have you given consumers a better customer service? If not, then you're just talking out the side of your neck, man.
Yeah.
What you have done is capitalized on an industry by talking about some feel-good stuff that you have not executed on. But that's your messaging, but you haven't done it, right?
Yeah.
And all you got to do is pull somebody's receipts.
That's for sure.
I'd rather have somebody say, hey, man, I'm here to make money. Nothing else. I'm not here to better nobody. I'm not here to help nobody but myself. Fair enough, my friend. Touche to you. That's your honest truth. You know what I mean? Like, the problem is we got too many guys, sipping the Kool-Aid, man, and believing it.
Yeah.
So when you open up a topic like this, man, you open up the floodgates because we haven't even barely scratched the surface of your topic, my boy.
Yeah. So let's say this one then now, since we brought all that up. So by saying Bradley's he wants a bigger dog to match the actual name of the breed, correct? That's what you want because that's in the lane you're in. Me and Marky and John and Earl, we want the standard height or a little short. Me personally, I'm cool with 21. But by saying that is, so now, do size matter or color matter now?
I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Anyhow, I'm going to be quiet.
Because, at the end of the day, it's a lot of because we're talking about phenotype. It's a lot of dogs that we see that got the right coat to them, but it don't look good. It's not a big head like Earl said. Barely have H-frame feet, you know, and cat feet in the H-frame, and so like I said now, so what's really important when you're looking at maybe a stud for your bitch at home? Is it the color or is it the size now? And I'm only saying those two, not head, not what you're looking for. That color or size? What's important?
Size.
Size.
I'm going to ask what the goal is first.
No, he gave
Your go, Earl. Your go.
If
No.
we're breeding to sell commercially, or are we breeding for right? If I'm the size guy, right?
Yeah.
Then I gotta breed for size,
Yeah.
right? And you gotta pick a niche in this lane. There's certain camps that's what they're known for: giant ass 180 pound, 200 pound dogs. That if this dog take 3 steps, about to have a cardiac arrest and an asthma attack in the same time, like that's cool. That dog's 300 pounds. Man, look, on a day that's 80 degrees, that dog's about, man, you better get that, call the paramedics. You know what I mean? You better have an oxygen tank for that dog. I've seen dogs at the show with fans and oxygen and all that. And I look at their owners like, I get it. Y'all the same thing. Fair enough.
So because we're in the XL lane, I mean, it has to be XL size. I mean, that's
I was gonna say the same thing he said. TN, what is that? TN.
Yeah.
Like, you can get both. That's what I was gonna say. You can always get both. Get the best of both worlds. You can get the color for the consumer and the size.
But that wasn't the question.
That's what I want.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah, you're right. All right, Bradley. All right,
So
Bradley.
I'll answer the question if you give me the purpose. What's the goal?
Your go.
Are you asking me for my goal
Yeah,
or
no, your goal. So with your goal in mind, what do you got to go for?
I don't care for neither size nor color. I care for a breed type. So that's why I said I'll answer the question if you give me the goal. What are we building?
Yeah.
You know,
So
what I mean?
then
Are we-
30-inch head, 32 neck.
So that would
22,
mean then if
22,
it falls
that's
below
what we-
XL, you good. You're still good with it.
No. So if you're telling me that we're breeding this litter, basically to sell to pet home people, $1,500 to $3,000, size is not a good thing for those kind of people.
No.
Color is because it looks cool.
So let's
Right.
specifically what we're doing. We're in the XL lane.
Correct.
So we're breeding XLs to show in the XL ring.
And
So-
XLs are a reasonable size compared to like Mastiffs and things like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But everyone can appreciate a nice coat on a dog with a good temperament. So if we are selling to pet home, families, then I'm going to say color.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if we are known as Sumo Bully Kennels, the biggest dogs in the world, then of course I'm going to pick size. The goal matters to me of what I would pick. And it's always relevant. So if you're selling dogs, color matters. Absolutely. AP. Size matters. Yes, it does. No, it does.
That's why I hear a lot. That's why I brought that up, because as a customer, not a breeder, as a customer, a lot of customers look for color first.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically, they look for color first. So that's why I brought it up. Like, what matters to us, is it size or color? I know it's going to be size, but maybe even another breeder might be like, no, I'm in it for the color because they get to tax a little more.
Oh, I know a lot of breeders that did it for the color.
Yeah, so
For a long time, I wasn't a fan of the Merles.
me neither. I thought it was a type of skin disease, on when I used to do the game dogs. It wasn't really good. That wasn't a good look to see when you saw Merle.
Well, for clarity, okay, just for clarity's sake, because we are talking about phenos. A tri is not a color. Tri is a pattern.
A pattern, yeah.
Because you can have tri chocolate, tri lilac, right? Tri black, So tri, you could have piebald tri, and so tri is not a specific color. When you say tri, it's a pattern. Just like when you say merle, merle's not a color. Because a merle, what? Merle lilac, merle chocolate, merle black, black merle, black chocolate, chocolate merle, a platinum merle. There's so many different types of merles, like Harley Quinn, things like this. So understanding that what we're talking about is the phenotype, which ties in, by the way, this color thing ties in. And so, no, the merles are pretty. Don't get me wrong. I love the colorings. But to me, in a sense of being color blind, a structure to me has to come first. If you could put a paint job on it, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now you got a total package, but without the criteria that I'm looking for, the paint job, it doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So do breed type matters more or size matters?
Breed type for me, 100%.
Breed type.
Yeah, to go breed type. I mean, because you can have a big dough ball.
And I'm a breeder, so I'm gonna always say, I breed, so I'm gonna always say breed type. You know what I mean? Over anything.
Well, 135 pounds on a 20-inch dog is not the same as a 27-inch dog.
That's right.
Right.
7 inches, that dog is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? On a 20-inch dog, bro, that's he's about to hit that 1 and 2 gap, right? The A and B gap.
Yeah.
It's a different thing, bro. It's man, we got a good one because we are talking about Pheno, so it is relevant. How did the merle color come into bully community? I'm gonna give you my answer and then I'll let Ish take it over. It's called paper hanging.
I had a different answer because people don't paper hang. That's
never, right? That never happened.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I know for a fact, because they never want to admit it because it's an American breed. They don't want to admit it. That came from an Old English automatically. I would say Old English and Englishes. And if you want to take it even further, the only dog that I know from the top of my head, that's an Australian Shepherd that got it. So,
yeah,
I don't
they
know.
have the one gray eye Australian Shepherd.
Yeah,
they have, so I mean, you 1 + 1 = 2 every day of the week.
I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say, but go ahead, Mikey.
I don't want to even take it farther than that. That's why I said what I.
Yeah, no.
English and an Australian Shepherd. That's the only things I could think about how they got it in.
Marky, how does it work, bro?
It definitely is from paper hanging. It's a genetic mutation. Like, it was made by man. It wasn't, what I'm saying? It wasn't something that was, just happened to just pop out of an XL for no reason. So it's a man-made genetic mutation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but yeah, no, I'll stay out of this one. Don't press me on it.
No, don't press on it. Go ahead, Earl. Go ahead, Ish. Go, because he gonna go in.
I mean, this is what we here for.
I'm just saying, bro.
All right, go. Let it fly, Earl. Go ahead.
If you got a white dog and you made it to a white dog, and you have a different colored dog, you may want to check the mailman.
Yeah,
that's it.
100.
You see the mailman, you know what I'm saying? Check out the guy who cuts your lawn. Make sure, you know what I mean, that mailman is not Merle. The pool guy, the pool boy is not Merle. I'm just saying. Doesn't come from nowhere. It has to come from somewhere. And therefore, there is the the effery in our industry of where it comes from. And for a while, like, everything was Merle this. Oh my God, Merle this. All right. You better check that mailman is all I'm saying.
Earl
that's
kept
the
it
fact.
light. He kept it light. He kept it real light. Okay.
I'm gonna be nice about it because we aren't alive, and we're here to uplift the community and not talk about mailmen. But it just doesn't. No, it doesn't. Genetically doesn't work. You can't show me a variant where it does.
All
You know
right.
what I
So
mean?
one thing that that me and John, when we went to nationals, that we was actually watching, that's important to me, that I want to bring up, is the movement important to you? Even if you see everything you like on the dog, what about that dog don't move right? Does that matter for you?
Oh, you're touching a whole nother subject, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're talking
part of
about
it's-
Pheno. That's a whole.
it's
You're talking about another
phenotype.
2 hours. Holy cow! That's nah, bro. That's yes. Don't do this to us. Don't do this to YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah, because I know it matters to me. You know, when I'm looking at a dog and looking for a stud, I could look. Sometimes I'm gonna look over the headpiece, the front. If that dog is moving and it looks like it's moving like it don't
Bizarre,
supposed
yeah.
to, I'm not looking at it no more. I don't care if the head is 32 inches, the neck is right, the back is strong, the back is short. I mean, and I'm not even gonna look at it no more. So I know that matters to me because, like we said, we're trying to create a dog that could go in the ring. So if that dog can't walk right, to me, you know,
Now we're going to a whole different category of. I think, for the sake of breeding now, right? Because there's certain parts of it. Like one thing is the phenotype. You know, the genotype obviously is a determining factor, and it should not be skipped over. Now, the temperament, the health, and movement of the dog is a separate category. That you know what I mean. That's a big topic that I think rightfully deserves its own conversation, right? So
I'll just give you my short answer.
Merle
Yes.
probably came from oldies, yes. Alpha blue blood, yes. Frenchies,
Alpha blue blood. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
oof. Catahoula, yes. There's only certain dogs with that pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and so and especially that fits the breed category. So why is it that the earlier Merles were like shrimpy looking, right? And
Tall, skinny.
yeah, no bone up front, narrow chested, small heads. Um, I don't know. I just I wasn't really because I'm more of a structure guy, right? So I wasn't so sold on it initially. And if you actually, not to be funny, right? But we are being funny. Is that if you trace pedigrees, you're gonna see like where did this dog come from? Two solid dogs.
Uh-oh.
How did a Merle come from all of a sudden a piebald dog and a one color dog?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's not. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the dog. I'm like, really? No, cut it out.
Mhm.
But again, how deep do you want to dig versus let's work with what we have now because whatever obviously happened in the past already happened. And so how can we utilize the things that were done right? And how do we avoid what was done wrong in order for all of us to win, right? Because everyone in this chat, YouTube, and stuff, right? You guys are dog people. That's why you're here. You're either breeding or competing. That's why you're here. And you're all trying to win, right? The whole point is how to win and understand what's out there, how to get there, and how to use it correctly so it can work for you or not work for you, right? Ultimately, that's what the goal is at the end of the day. But we can sit here and just gossip and talk about what people did wrong. We can gossip about other kennels and how their stuff is whatever, trash or great. But for me, it's how do we take something like this and learn and be better than the breeders of yesterday, learning from their mistakes, their goods and their bads, right? And it's a mindset, right? How do we do better business? How do we produce a better dog? Do you guys agree with that?
Of course.
Yeah.
So again, we can sit here and in the both chests. And so we can sit here and fact check everybody. Okay, what does that do though? Right? Does it better your program? Does it better your breeding? I'm here to better the breed by helping the people who are involved in it. That's the only way you're going to do it. Do you guys agree or disagree with that?
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
And so, somebody wants to read this. Okay, since this is your topic ish, I'll read it for you. Ideal bullies. Quick question. How or why is my dog nose dry? And how do I keep it moist? What I got to do? That's a very open-ended question, depending on what part of the country you live in and what the temperature is. That's too vague of a question, my friend. Let's be more specific.
Because it could be multiple things.
Yeah. T and Tri Bully says because they not real breeders, they used to Catahoula. That's facts. I don't agree with that. AC, I like AC, man. These guys are my guys.
Yeah, I like AC. What up, AC?
Man, what's up, AC? Shouts out to you, brother. Do you think there will ever be a straightforward breed standard? Every category or group possible? You know what, AC? If I'm involved in this thing, trust me, there will be. That's what we're pushing,
bro.
Right?
Pushing in that direction.
That's exactly what we're pushing for, to change the community, to change the standard, to change how it is. You know what I mean? And that's when you guys go on our lives and follow our page and support our movement. That's what we're pushing for, man. It's exactly what we're pushing for. And so the old heads or the generation prior to us that did nothing about it, of course they don't like what we're saying because it's the truth. And I'm not opposed to debating anybody on the truth. And I can be wrong. I'm not too proud to be wrong. And that's exactly what we're trying to bring to light. Hog hunters to cross Catahoula to bulldog. Yeah, man, Well, you're going a whole different direction for performance. But okay, so I'll say this, right? I'll start with Bradley. What attracted you to this breed and why did you get in it?
That wow factor, first and foremost, right? Going back 15, 20 years ago, when they first started, with the American XLs and the bullies, and just the muscle, right? The fronts, the wow factor. Honestly, that's what got my interest. At that time, it was just coming out of college and being married, it was tough to afford a dog because they were expensive then like they are now, right? But always had a want, and just it never left, honestly. So yeah.
Marky.
I got into it because the dogs changed my life. Personally, on a personal level, like my testimony is, it taught me a lot of patience. It taught me a lot of responsibility. It made me, really pour into something that was bigger than me, and it made me a better human being. So my biggest thing was, if I can do the same thing, if I can breed and do right by the dog and create more dogs like the one I fell in love with when I first owned my first dog, and give somebody else that same opportunity, a family that same opportunity, a single human being that same opportunity, then I think I'm doing right by not only the breed, by giving them a best friend, but also, giving it to a family as a a brand new family member. So that's really why I got into it. I just wanted to, do better by this breed that gets such a bad name, and also just give families the same, life-changing experience that the dogs gave me.
Ish.
I got into it because, and what tracked me back into it, let me correct it like that. I used to breed pockets, and my dad used to breed game dogs. And once I saw that from game dogs, it went from 35 pounds to pockets that you could get 85 pounds to 100 to XLs, that you could get that extreme look on an XL. that changed everything how I saw dogs because I'm not the tallest guy, but I'm not a short guy either. So I don't want to be walking around with a little toy dog. And so when I saw the XLs and the extreme chests and the big heads and the gentleness, and because I got kids, that's one of the most important part. You can have a dog that looks good, but that dog got to be well enough and temperament enough to be around my kids. So if that dog temperament isn't right, I would never get it. And once I found out about these bullies, by having my own pockets, how their temperament is, they love people. They just want to please. And they'll give you the same drive as a game. It's just that it's not going to last long. That's the only difference. It's going to drain out real fast. So that's what actually brought me into it because of the look. I like the look. That's just, being honest. I'm in it for the look. I like their temperament and they're good with family. So that's what attracted me the most.
John?
Yeah, I needed peace coming from the game dogs. Peace of mind. So that's what attracted me to the bully. I'll go with also what Bradley said, that wow factor, that big muscular looking dog with power, just the wow factor, and then the temperament, man. Being good, even though my kids used to be on my yard with me with the game dogs, they can go to any chain spot or whatever, and dogs just lick them to death. But the ability to go to a dog park if I wanted to, can't do that, of course, with a game dog. I'm getting locked up. So that's the headache part and the stress part I'm talking about. So that's why I that's what attracted me to the bullies, man. To the bullies.
For me, it's a mix of all those things. I have always adopted dogs from shelters. I come from a farm of breeding. I just always wanted a good dog, good family dog. And we adopted a dog that tried to bite my wife and my son. We turned that dog only to make the long story short, the shelter stalled me out so they wouldn't have to refund me or replace the dog. And I said, take the dog. I don't care about the $500. Ended up buying an American XL bully because of the temperament. Wasn't looking at structure. I cared about how the dog's temperament was. That was the most important thing for me. Love that dog, Genghis. Tri-piebald dog is still, 6 minutes away from me. And bought that dog. Wasn't looking into breeding. And, I know as a farm person that if you neuter a dog too young, the dog doesn't get to develop. Right? Just because of the hormonal releases. And so a friend of mine's cousin wanted to use the dog as a stud, because he had a mature girl. And I said, yeah, that's fine. And he's like, hey, listen, I don't have no money, but I'll give you the first pick dog. Cool. Let him use the dog and then bred the dog. And no progesterone testing. He got lucky and bred the dog and got pregnant. Well, guess what? Here it is now. He's whelping, and now he doesn't want to give me the first pick. Well, this dog goes to here. That dog goes to there. No. I have the first pick, right? And it's a sore subject for me, really, because it's very tied into my family and my friends. And I was like, no, that's not the agreement. So when he tried to give me the third or fourth pick, I said, no. I will not accept that, and you're going to have to pay me. And I looked at the going rates for that stud for that bloodline. It was $1,500. Didn't even have that. The guy gave me $500 after he sold 2 dogs, pet home one, and gave another dog away. He gave me $500, and that pissed me off. That pissed my wife off You know what I mean? He's like, you POS. And that's like, she's like, no. My wife is actually the one who decided to breed. She's like, no, we're going to get into breeding. We're going to be good by people. We're going to produce the correct dogs and treat people right. That's how now I thank that guy for doing that. You pissed my wife off, which means you pissed me off. Now it's game on. And so, with that said, I rejected whatever, and I didn't want $1 from him. And there was some. Of course, there was some. Let's just say we didn't see eye to eye, right? And I wanted to see eye to eye because two men can walk in the room and settle things real quick without a conversation. One of us walks out.
Mm-hmm.
The first one walks out, the other one says sorry. That's how that works. We can fix that really quick, my friend. And that's how we got into it. I said, no, this is how people are being treated. And I said, no, bullshit. So for everybody that mistreated me, and then I started looking for dogs, that's a whole nother story. And the fuckery that happens behind that and how people treated me, I said, okay, cool. This is how y'all want to play? You got the right one, my friend, because I'm super petty and I'm dialed in. I'm a guy you're going to have to whoop me fight. Look, bro, I fought a dude in the ring 3 times one day and lost all 3 times. And I said, I'll see you tomorrow. Dude said, nah, bro, I'm good. You're special. I said, no, you got lucky all 3 times. That's just me. I'm a sore loser just like I'm a sore winner. And guess what? Once you get me there, I'm like a game dog, bro. You can't get me up off you. Like I'm wired that way.
Start sweating real bad, you get gone.
What's that?
Start sweating real bad, you get gone.
There you go. So for you people who have ever mistreated me or talked bad about me, you're the reason I'm here. You're the reason I'm a problem. So you should have just been nice to me and let me go on about my way. Because I don't need this to retire and make money and feed my family. I do this because you pissed me off and you pissed my wife off. Now it's personal for me. Now I'm coming to take whatever it is you think you are in this industry. I'm coming to take all of it. So should have just left me alone. Should have just shut up and let me be. But now I'm here. I'm going to produce better dogs at better prices with better customer service, with better everything. Show me, pull up to the ring, right? And if you beat me there, let's step outside. Let's see if you can whoop me. That's who I am to the heart. I'm a game dog at heart. And you should have never drugged me into this industry because I'm petty and I'll never let it go. And so now you got a guy like me in here that's hyper-focused, that does not care. Till I die, I'm going to breed these dogs. Should have just left me alone, bro. You should have just took care of me the way you should have. But now that I'm here, I'm a problem for you. So, of course, you got to talk bad about me, right? And I got receipts. I'll pull receipts on anybody who's got something to say about me. That's why my number on the bottom right there, 773-814-0391. Call me. Text me. I got receipts on all y'all. Try me. That's all I'm saying. And so this is why I got into this industry, not to make money, not to like, oh, I'm going to make $1 billion if I breed dogs. No, I'm in this industry because somebody pissed me off, and now you got to pay the consequences for bringing a guy like me in here because I'm not here. My motivation is not money now. So how you going to get a guy like me out of here? You can't. Sorry. So, yeah, thank you. Not thank you. You could have done yourself a favor and not even had me here. But now you got a guy like me. So this is what you get. Be careful who you piss off, man. Because you might get that. You might get that guy. And I'm that guy. So, you know what I mean? I hate to go dark with it, but that's the reality of how I got into this. And now I'm standing here, right? And now I got 4 brothers behind me. And I got the YouTube family behind me. And I got the Instagram family behind me, right? And who you got behind you? All these people you burned for a few dollars, for $500, for $1,500. Come on, man. Get out of here. My purpose in life is to get you guys out of here. Trash ass breeders, hack ass breeders, scam ass breeders. Yeah, if it hurts you, then hey, the shoe fits, wear it, my boy. Or you can call me. My number's right there at the bottom, right there. That's my actual cell phone number. Call me. Try me. Pull up. Love it. So when you ask me why I'm here, that's exactly why I'm here. You can't get a guy like me out here. As long as I breathe and I'm making money, bro, I'm in this game. Should have never. Listen, be careful who you fuck with, bro. Sometimes you'll get the right one. And sometimes it'll benefit you to say, sorry, bro, my bad. Yeah, well, too late for that. I'm here now. The guy is here now. Now what are you going to do? And hey, guess what? For the first years by myself, now I got these 4 guys behind me. Now what you going to do? And next year there's going to be 5, 10, whatever it is.
Growing every day.
Growing that, yeah.
Growing every day.
Actually,
I'm just saying. It's man.
It is.
I hate to go dark with it because you know me, man. You guys have been around me. I love everybody, bro. I like cooking. You know, I'm a friendly person, but dude,
he said I like cooking.
I do. I love cooking, man. Like, you can't just, man, dude. You can't just do me and my family like that.
Yeah,
I can't
facts.
let that go.
It changes real fast.
These guys are on my family now. So if you do one of these guys wrong, guess what? No, man, I'm hyper focused on you now. It just is what it is, man. That's just who I am as a person, man. I love hard. You know what I mean? To be kind, to love hard, man, to take care of people, man. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? And then name me a person that saw me at a show that I was mean to, that I didn't like try to help out. You know what I mean? You guys that reached out to me. Did we ever have a conversation where I was too big for you? Like, why are you calling me, bro? Who are you? No, man, I've always been welcoming to you guys. You know what I mean? It's like Marky, Ish, man, Bradley, John. That's how me and John got tight. We were just talking about dogs because we love them.
Yep.
But what you're not going to do is talk bad about me, my family, or my team now. Because we're going to stand on business. It's not going to happen, man. So for you guys, you know, you had your little window to shine or take advantage of consumers, and that's over with now. It's a wrap now because see, I'm gonna shut up because this is Ish's topic.
No, it's all right. It's all right. AC wants to know if you got any Fortuna Shake puppies left.
AC, bro, there might be one because again, I'm a person that says this is what I have, and if you don't honor your commitments, I'm gonna give you a window, and then if you don't catch that window, you're done with me. And I'm gonna be polite about it. I'm like, hey, we agreed. You said this. You didn't honor that. Now, because I'm a first come, first serve guy, but if me and you talk, I'm going to give you some kind of benefit of the doubt and priority, right? But if you don't fulfill your end of the story or your commitments at that time, now I have to open it up for everybody else. Because it's not fair to everyone else. Because I have a lot of people hitting me up. And so, what are you laughing at, John? What are you talking about, John? You don't want to shut up, man. Go ahead, John.
No. Y'all will catch it later. No, keep going. Y'all will catch it. You'll catch it later.
No, listen, man. I love everybody, bro. This is why I started the channel, man. It really is, man. To have you guys with me, to share the vision, to grow this thing bigger, right? To help other people. Because prior to that, we just had to accept whatever people told us. Right? We're here for that correction.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I hold all you guys accountable to that.
Power in numbers.
Everybody on here got jerked. That's just the way.
Oh man,
That's the way this thing just is, man. It's funny style.
Mikazuki, you know, you texted me Mikazuki, man, and I texted you back because that's who I am, bro. And like, if I'm driving, I'll tell you I'm driving. I can talk, but I can't. Like, man, dude, I'm never too big for my own britches, man. I'm just a guy that loves these dogs, and you know what I mean. It'll never be, you know. It's my John, stop that. I'm starting on John. Yeah, I don't know if I'm Rocky Balboa, but I'm a fan. Look, I love this thing, man. You know, and the fact that I have these guys with me, it's crazy. So, Ish, this is your topic. I'm sorry to take over your topic, but
Nah, go ahead, man. I mean, we talked. We brought up most because the next everything else is Geno after that.
yeah, because that's like we couldn't touch Geno on this one, just because now you're gonna go back. How far you want to go back? 3, 4, 5 generations? You know what I mean? Like,
what do you look for? Are you looking in a Geno for inbreed, outbreed, outcross, inline, tight line? Like it could go. It could keep on going.
so guys, for YouTube and Insta, right? So we have myself. I come from Game Dogs. Actually, I was raised by my grandfather's a World War II veteran. Great grandfather's a World War I veteran, and I grew up around service dogs on a farm. Ish comes from Game Dogs. So does John. Pretty Boy Sumo. He used to be a runway model for Haynes.
DK.
No, but either way, the love for the dogs, right? It's
why
you know
you
what
do Haynes in?
I'm just saying, like, listen, somebody got to be a
Mark,
Haynes.
man, you will have to go back, man. Earl, you can't let Earl do that one, man. The hangs, Earl. Come on.
Listen, bro.
The runway model was cool, but the Haynes.
You know, I actually connected with with Bradley, like talking about dogs and family, right? That's I think a lot of our connection comes from that. And you know me, I like to laugh a little and talk a little bit, and you know, it's just part of who we are. We can't take ourselves so seriously that we can't laugh. You know, it's for me that's laughter cures all.
Yeah,
Good food cures all.
That's what it is, man.
You know, and so you know, Marquis haircut cures all. You know what I mean? Like it's just certain things that'll just fix everything. You know what I mean? Like, what's up, Marquis? Why are you on mute, bro?
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Oh shit! But yeah, I didn't have it on mute. My bad. My mic was on, but the I guess the streamies had me on mute.
You know what I like about you, Marky? You're a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
But your commitment and passion for things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
He was like, man, how do I feel? Like, bro, we got to be about this thing. And he was just all in, and I love that.
Yeah, because it's rough. Like I told her, I was like, the biggest thing is gonna be trying to keep up with that content stuff, bro. Because even though it might, look cool once the video is posted, it's annoying having to stay up with it because, I've been hot and then I've taken a little break and then try and get back to it. It's like you really got to be consistent if you want people to, really start hitting you up and believe in what you're doing. And it's the same thing with the dogs. If I'm consistent with them, it's like, man, I got to make sure I always got the raw in the house. Let's grind it up. You know what I mean? It's like you got to work hard for this if you believe in it. And it's a lot. It's really a lot of work. And like Earl said, like this is not something I need to retire off of because I got my actual job and everything. But it's a full-time commitment, man. Like I always say, you can't half-ass it.
No, indeed.
So, yeah.
And that's what I love about it is just that nobody in our team relies on these dogs to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So no one here is gonna burn you for a few dollars just because, you know what I mean? It's like, no, dude, this is just a bonus. We love this. We're in it for the passion, not out of necessity.
Right.
And that's a prerequisite for me. If you know what I mean, if you'll compromise your values for $1, you don't belong in this group. You're in the wrong group, man.
Yeah, it's a group. I ain't gonna say.
John, take it easy, John.
Listen,
I ain't gonna say it.
They're not ready to hear it anyway.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
It's all
Ish, did we hit all your points on Pheno?
Yes, sir. The next one is Geno.
Okay, and so we're at 9:39 right now. So you're saying your Geno is going to be next topic?
Yes, sir.
Because ultimately, the conversation was how do you select dog selection, right, for breeding?
Mm-hmm.
And without the Pheno Foundation, and without a Geno Foundation, and without a Vision Foundation, we can't even begin to open up those doors, right, of conversation. And so with that, man, you guys just keep picking these hot ones. I'm going to give Bradley the floor right now because he's going to pick a real simple topic for next week, right?
Simple.
Bradley, you have next week's topic, right? Because of the rotation.
Yep.
So if you can explain to the team and our viewership what you want to discuss next week and why.
So something I've been genuinely curious about myself through just research and on social media platforms and everything. But my thing is why all the hate on the Brazilian bulls, right? And why such a hesitation out of the American XL breeders of incorporating the Brazilian bull genetics into their program. So that's kind of what I want to talk through. You know, I know there's a lot that have bought in and do believe in the Brazilian bulls, as you know, as Earl said, and you know, it's about making the best altogether. But there are a lot out there that just will not. You could talk to you gray in the face. You can bring all the science to you gray in the face, and it's just not happening. So I just want to kind of talk through that and get your guys' thoughts and get the audience's thoughts as well, because I'm sure there's a lot out there that are both ways, right? I know this has been a several decade thing with the Americans and getting this lane to where it is now. So I can understand some of the pushback, but also at the end of the day, right? It all generated from somewhere. It all started somewhere, right? It didn't all just happen, right? We had to make it happen somehow, some way. So why the pullback on change, right? Change is inevitable. Change is not a bad thing. I know it's human nature to want to stay comfortable and want to keep things the same, but change is a good thing. And so just want to get into that and kind of dig into that and get everybody's thoughts, you know.
I'm assuming you have an opinion. Yeah, I'm assuming you have an opinion on it.
Me?
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, no, it's that's a man. That's awesome. Man, you want to talk about cutting a piece of pie? You're like, let me get 3 pies, like. And I love
it. Look, it's to each their own, right? I get it, right? I want to, I want to try to get some of these reasonings and some of this, what is it? Is it ego? Is it money? Is it standards? What is it? Because I know there's a lot of
all of the above.
Yeah. So
and all those things are true even without bringing the Brazilian dogs in. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. But the nice thing is we're here for the truth and change and forward progress, right? That's when you get on this channel and you listen to this stuff, that's what we're about. It's to forward progress, right? And again, the dogs don't make a choice, we do.
That's right.
And so the more we can have a discussion and open up dialogue and not be so close-minded of where everyone stands, it betters the breed. It really does.
Agreed.
Because everyone talks that talks that noise about bettering the breed. I want to better the breed. That's why I'm here. Okay, well, that's cute. Unfortunately, it doesn't. You don't better the breed by bet. It's not by the dogs. You got to better the people.
That's right.
Facts.
That's right.
Because the dogs aren't breeding themselves. We're the ones making the decisions of who goes to who.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's the movement, man. It really is. And I knew that early on because as many people as I talked to in the stream, it was a lot of nonsense. It's like, really? Okay. I'm just supposed to accept that, right? So I commend you for taking that topic. I actually commend all of you guys for the topics you pick, man. You guys just can't man, you guys are like, nope, give me all of it. I'll eat all of it. Like,
Listen,
yeesh.
after Bradley's, we'll take it on the coast. We'll keep it easy.
I don't know because you guys already opened up this can of worms, right? So it's kind of like Marky's topic is open ended, right? We just barely scratched the surface on it.
He needs the part 2 because he ain't touched the kibble
Man,
either.
Marky's a part five. You're a part fiver. The one Bradley's opening is like
mine's a
five.
part 5.
I'm just gonna stay out of it and just kind of be in the middle and mediate. You know what I mean? It just
You can't do that. You can't do that. You know better.
oh man, I got you guys.
You lead from the front. That's a good thing.
Well, like even John, right? His thing about what brings a stud value. Oh my god, that's
I mean, the proof was
that's a hot one.
Mhm.
That's a hot one.
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys
we
just
gonna
pick
talk
a
about
medium temperature topic. Oh, just
There was people hopping on purpose just to answer certain questions.
oh my goodness. But no, that's cool, man. I think to kind of
Ooh,
summarize.
AC. Yes, AC. Yeah, buddy. That's a great point.
Facts.
There you go. Yeah. No, that's why AC's my dude, man. I love this guy. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I saw him and his family. It was a family vibe. And then he's like, hey, man, I watched it on YouTube and I'm like, I love the family vibe. And I was like, this is what we like. This is what it's about for me. And with that said, shoot, man, that was a killer topic you opened up. You got me activated 100%. And you should never get me activated. It's not good. Like, man, I'm very passionate, man, and sometimes I need to just. But you got to speak from your heart, from your passion, and what you love, right? It's a thing, man. And Ish, man, thank you for this topic. And golly, and Bradley's not picking an easier one either.
I mean, he's making mine look like
it's a good one, though.
baseball. Like
it's definitely a good topic. I love it.
You guys are like hearing you guys pick topics is like watching a Netflix series. it's like there's 3 seasons, 12 episodes each. I'm like, good. I gotta binge watch this series to the bottom of this. Like, oh my goodness.
To be honest, everybody's one upping each other. After John Stud, then Marky's kibble. I mean, raw diet and my pairing, and now the Brazil. Woo, it's just
I tell you what, I'm not one upping you guys. I'm gonna go down.
Look, it's about good conversation, all right? Good conversation and building that family, right? Like I said, at the end of the day, it's we don't all got to agree, right? We can agree to disagree sometimes and still be friends, right? As long as we're pulling in the same direction and as they're like
that's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That really is the biggest message, right? It's not so much that you're right or you're wrong.
Nope.
Or that we agree or disagree. It's the tolerance and having a different perspective and understanding that everyone has different goals.
Yep.
Right? We're 5 camps here under the Sumo flag. I know what I'm doing, and you guys have a slight variation of what you're doing. And I love it. You know what I mean? And I'll see you in the ring. And one of us is going to be right. And everyone else is going to be wrong. Unfortunately, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that. It's
somebody put it on there early. Iron sharpens iron, man. And
that's the truth.
I think the good thing is people are going to get to see that we're, like you said, we're under one camp, but we're all going to be competing at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
make no mistake about it. I love these guys, but in the ring,
we all got our individual dogs from our individual breedings.
Yep.
Ultimately, how hard we compete at you all out there and how hard we compete at each other within this camp.
I think the competition between each other is even worse.
We're just going to get better and better. And hopefully we bring other people along to get better, breed better, support our registry, come to the shows. You know what I'm saying? It's all for that purpose, guys. It ain't personal. Like it ain't personal. Like when I at the show, man, I dap up everybody that I see, the winners, losers. It don't matter, man. You coming out there and you representing the XL bullies, man. We need that presence, man. So like everybody, just keep pushing. Just keep pushing, man. Let's go.
Make no mistake about it. I love all these guys, but guess what? These guys are also going to be my number one competitors.
Yeah.
So I promise you, as much as I root for them, when we get in the ring, I'm not going to root for them.
Yeah.
And that's that sibling.
This could be some tough competition, buddy.
It is.
All in the same categories, especially with these males. There's gonna be so many males coming in there. Good grief.
Yeah,
we got Akaza, we got Mike, we got
listen,
Bruce Wayne, we got George.
I'm trying to put them in the ring. I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to lose to Marky or Ish or John. No, I'm sorry.
Leave it. Somebody gonna owe me a steak dinner at the end of it.
Man, listen, I remember cranberry juice. Now it's a steak.
Yeah, I don't drink, so I need. Hey, I want a tomahawk.
There you go. I'll make you one here.
Some mashed potatoes.
Come up here when these boys come up here. I'll make you a tomahawk. No problem.
And a half a gallon of cranberry juice.
There you go.
That's what I want.
Listen,
you talk my language now, so.
The only way I can say it.
Okay, so since this is Ish's thing, let's sound off, boys. Call out. Let's sound off for tonight and call it a night.
Well, I'll start it off. I want to thank everybody for joining and giving me the chance to bring up this topic and entertain us while we entertain you guys. And I love the feedback today. And like Earl said, we didn't even touch it yet. It was just a chisel. It was a little chisel, So it was like we didn't even take it there yet. So I just want to thank everybody for contributing with us and chopping it up with us and giving us shots out, shouting everyone out, and showing some love. And that's what we're here for, because I'm not here to hate on nobody else. I'm here to show love. But like we said, if we want to fight each other in the ring, of course I want to fight you in the ring. But we're
definitely fighting each other in the ring. That's 100%. That's not even an option.
It's not an option. So
it's not an option.
And once we walk out of that ring, it's all high fives again, and let's like John said, let's eat a tomahawk together, and
call it awesome. For that brief 10 or 15 minutes, we are not.
Yep. Yes, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up and hearing us out. Sumo out.
Mark, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. So thank y'all again for another successful Wednesday live. It was definitely needed. It's been cold, needed something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We were all just sitting around in the snow. I hope everybody that was affected by that is all right. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, the topics are getting better. As you can see, we're starting to grow. We're starting to mesh better with each other as a team. Work together as a unit and become just stronger for the community and for Sumo in general. So, like I told y'all last time, we're just going to continue to harp on that and get better and better each day, whether that's for y'all, for the dogs, and just, for the Sumo, kennel that we are. So stay tuned for the next one. We got a great topic coming up, with Bradley. He's going to deliver a powerful message for us. And we're going to continue just to shine, man, and do what we do. And, these shows are creeping up on us. So, we'll definitely see you very, very soon. So thank you so much for the night. Everybody, get some rest. Have a great day tomorrow. Sumo out.
Hey, quick one, Marky. You have 2. Are you sold out?
So currently right now, the female has been bought. The male is being decided on yet, but he has not been bidden on yet completely. The puppies are 2 weeks and 1 day today. So still got some time. So if anybody's interested in the male, just check out my page, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram. And you can just see how they've been growing and what they look like now. Their eyes actually just opened up today, so I can actually
week 2. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. They're moving and grooving. Definitely a lot more personality. but they've been great. So I hope y'all
The
keep
male is the chocolate tri, right?
chocolate try. Yeah, male's chocolate try.
Oh, he's a
Female,
pork.
yeah, man. They're big. They shocked me, honestly.
Real.
Yeah, they shocked me, man, honestly. So I'm very, very, very happy.
What's the ticket, fam?
So for the female and the male, my range is between 3.5 and 4 for both of them. So that's
one is gone already, right?
one is gone. The female's gone. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
that
we're
one's
talking
already
about the male.
yeah. So the male is on the 3.5 side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that's
my
a
start.
fair. That's a fair price. So,
Yeah.
YouTube or Insta, if you're looking for, getting a family dog or a brood stock, there it is. Marky has one.
Yeah, man.
Fortunately, I have nothing for you guys. But not to say that we're going to have more production. So, Marky does have a male available, and he is, man. Check him out. He's on my page on Insta, and he's definitely on Marky's. He's definitely a chunky monkey. So
Yeah, man, it's huge.
tap in, lock in, and
Yeah. And also I wanted to thank everybody for the TikTok family that has followed me. I just reached 1,000 followers on there, so I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. So when I met Earl, I was stuck at like that 200. I was not moving at all. Like I had like 200 followers, and then so for that turnaround, man, it's been a lot of work. Like TikTok is kind of annoying sometimes, like I said about the content stuff. But
man, I have no idea with that stuff.
Yeah. I'm just thankful. I'm honestly just thankful for y'all for supporting me, the content and everything like that. I promised that once I got this, laptop and everything like that, I was gonna make use of it. So trying my best, man. So just thank you so much for the support and the love.
Let me wait. Hold on. All right.
Yeah.
Tough.
You said something about TikTok. Here you go.
Yeah. Thank y'all, man. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No.
So when I announce it should be like,
I'm jumping out the window. Don't play with me.
Crazy.
when I say Big John, I'll be like, oh man, y'all crazy.
What's yours?
That's got to be mine, right? That's the gong, bro. Off the gong. Okay, who's next on the sign out?
No, man. You want to go, Bradley, or I'll go?
Sure.
No, man.
So, just echoing what the team said already, right? Thank you guys. Much appreciation, much love. Without each and every one of you, this is nothing, right? You guys are the foundation that sets this up for us. Believe me, we talk amongst each other enough throughout the week that,
For real.
without you guys, this is not. So we could have the best content, we could have the best dogs, we could have the best everything in the world, but without the ability to get it out there and for your guys' assistance and help and believing in what we do, then it's nothing, right? So I can't thank you guys enough, for real. Thank you guys for commenting, for the feedback. I will say some of you others that maybe out there watching, don't be afraid, chime in, right? There's no dumb questions, there's no dumb comments. So you got something, feel free, let's go. Let us hear it, let us have it. If you got topics that you would like for us to discuss or see in the future, right? Put them in the comments, right? We can look through some of that stuff and help us help you as well. So but just to go back to it, you guys are the foundation. We appreciate you more than you ever know. So with that said, good night. Sumo out.
All right, let's go, Big John. What you got?
All right. So, of course, thanks to the Sumo family, Instagram, YouTube, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate the questions, the topics, the comments. They were great as usual. Great topic-ish. Brought some heat.
Ish, man, you crazy.
Bradley, next week.
Oh,
Bradley.
Bradley.
Be there with you, bro. So that's going to be a good one. Congratulations, Marky. Another successful litter, bro. And like I said,
Yeah, congratulations.
the puppies look chunky, man. They look real chunky.
Bears.
They look real chunky, man. Mizu pushing them in there.
Oh man, man.
Bizu's tough, man. He's underrated, bro.
Yeah,
Special,
he's
bro.
pushing them in there. So congratulations. What can I say, man? Just stay tuned. You know, Sumo, we go keep coming with topics, productions. You know, we're gonna see y'all in the ring as usual. Y'all gonna get tired of hearing that, but we're gonna keep saying it, and we're gonna be there. So, Sumo out.
Well, thank you, John.
I love
Yeah, I'm
it.
getting jazzy with this stuff.
I love it.
No, for me, man, that's simple, man. You know, I'm always thankful, of course. I'm blessed to have you guys now here with me for the YouTube and Instagram family, of course. Love this dog thing, man. If this is all I had to do the rest of my life, basically till my last day, is deal with these dogs and you guys and of course the Insta fam and the YouTube fam, then my heart would be full. And that's why I got into it. And so looking back now, reflecting when I was by myself, creating content by myself off my cell phone, feeling lonely as hell. You know what I mean? To people reaching out to me asking for help, and I know what that feels like when I was first getting started, and that's why I reply to you guys, man. I really do. It's I know what that feels like trying to get started, and of course, you know, have challenges with money, with family, with space, with how am I going to make it and all that. Man, look, been there, done it, and so genuinely, that's what we're here for. And so I love these topics that are, and I like I told Dish, I was like, "Are you sure you want this?" He's like, "Yeah, bro." Even Mark, I was like, "Dude, that's such a wide topic, right?"
Yeah, man.
And even though I know it's like, man, that's a lot to bite off. I commend them for jumping, all in. I'm here to support. I'm not here to get in the way. I'm just letting them know, like, okay, man, you're going to the deep end of the pool right away. You're not even like slowly going down. You're just jumping in straight in. So,
Puerto Rico style. Just jump in the water. Don't touch it.
yeah, no, and now it's pretty cool, man. And to be where we are now versus where I know we're gonna be as we progress things, it's man, I'm so excited, man, because as these guys walk in their journey and grow, they're gonna have more testimony to share, and I love that.
Yeah.
You only get better as it goes.
Yeah.
And the family, keeps growing, and like I'm really like, I've battled a lot of adversity that I not even addressed. This, 2025, missing breedings and losses and all this stuff, and the channel getting hijacked, and it's like, man, dude, I'm not made of steel, man. It does affect me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Even at that, it's the cause is bigger than what I'm going through personally, and I always have the YouTube fam, the Insta fam, and these guys right here when I need an ear to kind of like recenter me, and I feel better about that because I always have that now versus not having that before.
Right. I get it.
So, yeah, man. With that said, guys, man, thank you. I know it's long and drawn out, but isn't it always, right?
Man.
And so Bradley's on the hot seat next year
Yes,
or
sir.
next week,
Next week.
and it's gonna be good because he picked.
Sure it is. I can't
And,
wait to see who show up for this one. This gonna
Yeah,
be some questions out there for this one.
There's a whole new bracket in ABKC because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
yeah. I won't even touch that, but I just want to. I'm not touching nothing. No. So for the inquiry wise, yeah, Mark has one male, and I may have one, possibly, but I'll let you guys know on Friday because I don't know yet, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I understand life happens to everybody, so I'm not quick to pass judgment sometimes people want something and then it doesn't work out for whatever reason. It's just life, dude. It's just how life goes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so for me, it's never like I take it personal, except for how I got started. Hey, I can't wait till you have you guys here. You and Ish over here.
Yeah,
I'm
listen,
ready.
I'm ready.
We're
We're trying to
talking
race.
about
We're
the
trying to
21st,
be
right?
there and everything.
The 21st.
The 21st.
So if you and Marky, if you and John can make it up there the 21st, and we just jam out and I cook.
Tomahawk.
Oh yeah, we can do that. What, February?
It's February.
Yeah, I'm
Pick
good.
a cuisine.
Yeah.
That's
I'll be
what I
there.
do is cook.
20th to the 22nd.
Yeah, I'm good in
Hey,
February.
We're doing 21 on a Saturday. So you guys are both driving in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll cook
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Uh-huh.
If you and John can make it, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool, because we'll do a live with a camera and then all of us are there kind of just, you know what I mean?
Chopping it up.
Yeah, I can do that.
And what's crazy is my wife will be on military deployment for 4 months.
Oh no.
So she's active duty Navy, but that doesn't mean the boys can't be boys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we go cut up.
Yes, sir.
This-
It'll be
Hey,
good,
tell
Audrey
Mama
not there to
Sumo we
correct-
said
Audrey
thank her.
won't be there to correct us.
Tell her,
right?
yes, first and foremost, tell her thank you. Much
Yeah.
appreciation to her and to you. That's not easy at all on a
It'll
family.
be
And
tough,
so,
man. This is what I mean by dealing with challenges and stuff.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, and guys, that's all I got, man. It was a great one, and I told you we were only gonna catch one part of it, right?
Yeah.
And
We
2 hours
chiseled
in.
it.
So,
That's it. It was a chisel.
well, after Bradley, it's gonna go back to John, or me, then John, then back to Marky, and we're gonna keep rotation, man. That's how it goes. Everyone's voice matters. Every topic matters.
Yes, sir.
Let's help each other get better. So,
That's
we're
right.
less Sumo Bully Kennels, guys. Always thankful, always humble. Sumo out.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks, y'all.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.